Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today, so let's start with Kevin Owens reveals what he would be doing if he wasn't a WWE Superstar by. Kevin Owens has been wrestling since he was 16 years old and recently entered his 11th year in WWE. But what would Owens be doing if he didn't end up as a pro wrestler? Owens, also known as Kevin Steen, made his wrestling debut on his 16th birthday in 2000 at L'Assomption, Quebec, Canada. He began touring the United States for 4 years at Combat Zone Wrestling before eventually becoming a mainstay in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and Ring of Honor. After 14 years on the independent circuit, WWE came calling and signed him to a contract. He reached the pinnacle in WWE in 2016 when he became the Universal Champion. But what if a young Owens didn't pursue pro wrestling? What would his job be? Speaking on WWE Tattooed on YouTube before I knew I was gonna be a wrestler, the only other job I ever imagined myself having was digging up dinosaur bones, Owens said. I decided I would get a full sleeve done of just basically, animals I love. The animals you see on my arm, are the animals that if I go to a zoo or a wildlife park or anything like that, they're the ones that I'll stare at and go back and see 5 times through the day, Owens said. Owens added that he's planning to get an elephant tattoo on his right chest and a mammoth skull on the left. He's even going to get his back inked but doesn't have any idea of what will be there. Stone Cold Steve Austins WWE return hint dropped ahead of the Royal Rumble. The annual WWE Royal Rumble takes place in just 2 weeks. But, ahead of the show, there could have been a subtle hint drop that Stone Cold Steve Austin may be part of the show. Disturbed released the iconic theme for Austin back in 1997, which has since become one of the most recognizable themes in WWE history. The group has recently released a new 5-minute mix of the song which can be found on Spotify. This was also done by Living Colour a few days before CM Punk made his return to the company back in 2023 and could now be a huge hint that Austin could be making a comeback. WrestleMania may not feature The Rock, but it could feature one of his biggest rivals of all time. CM Punk has also pushed for a match against Austin in recent months, which could be enough to bring the Texas Rattlesnake out of retirement. Will Stone Cold Steve Austin be at the WWE Royal Rumble? WWE is in a new era, and under Triple H's creative leadership, it's hard to predict what the next move will be. Several WWE stars have wanted to make their return now that the Netflix era is upon us, and despite Steve Austin stating several times that he wouldn't make a return, there is always a chance. Austin was able to wrestle Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38 in what was seen as the main event of Night 1 and could be open to a final match at WrestleMania 41 if the right scenario came along. With Punk asking for a match against Austin and Paul Heyman owing him a favor, there could be a way for him to come back and wrestle a standout final match against one of the best in the world. Roman Reigns to turn heel and reform Bloodline with 2 WWE Superstars at Royal Rumble. Potential twist explored. Roman Reigns is now the rightful holder of the Ula Fala, having defeated Solo Sikoa in tribal combat to reclaim the prestigious necklace. The original tribal chief has yet to address the WWE Universe after his massive victory, and his next potential appearance could take place on the January 27th edition of Raw. Amid this, there is a slight chance that the OTC might turn heel once again and reform the Bloodline with Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu. The assumption that Reigns could turn into a villainous character stems from the prospect of how the Ula Fala corrupted him earlier. With Roman regaining power again, it's possible he could turn to the dark side once more. Talking about Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga, they could join the OTC by aiding him in the men's Royal Rumble match. In a potential scenario, Tama and Jacob could betray Solo Sikoa and kick him out of the faction as punishment for his loss against Reigns. We've previously seen how defeat comes with consequences in the Bloodline saga when Solo took over the reins of the stable and kicked out Jimmy and effectively Roman Reigns post-WrestleMania 40, due to their respective losses. So similar consequences could be faced by Solo himself when Roman Reigns enters the men's Royal Rumble match. Tama Tonga and the Samoan Werewolf could accompany the OTC and eventually aid him to victory. All these developments could lead to Reigns turning heel with his reclaimed power and reforming the Bloodline with Tama and the Samoan Werewolf. This year, Roman Reigns will have the opportunity to showcase his dominance differently, as he could be the one walking out of the men's Royal Rumble as the winner and go on to the main event of WrestleMania once again. What's your opinion? Thanks guys for watching and please subscribe.